Does not having legs make something more difficult? I can't really answer that because I cannot compare that to having legs. I was born this way. My name is Rowdy Burton. I was born with sacroilioagenesis. That's the medical term for it, I guess. It's a lower spinal disorder, extremely rare condition. 1 in 20,000, I believe, is what I read on the internet. I honestly didn't even learn much about it until I became an adult. You know, I was always just classed myself as a guy with no legs. I've always tried to see the positive ends of every situation. That's not to say that I've never lost my cool or just been frustrated or anything like that, but there's always a silver lining. There's always a bright side. There hasn't been anything that I just really wanted to do that I felt like I couldn't do. Except one other thing. I did kind of want to be an astronaut. Still do. Still want to go into space before I die. But they're pretty strict about that. Peak physical condition. They'll send a monkey up there with no training, but I got to go through a bunch of bullcrap. I don't really like to cook that much. It's not difficult, it's just I'm lazy. I'm balancing on my ribs, kind of. I don't know if that sounds weird, but it's super comfortable for me. More comfortable than sitting down usually. When I was growing up, I did use a wheelchair all the time. But if I'm just doing something simple, like if I'm just going to the gas station, for example, I mean, that'd be a real pain in the ass to drag the chair out of the car and put it back in. If I'm only going to walk 20 feet, I just walk on my hands instead. And, sometimes I use a skateboard. You get a lot more momentum. And, I can't really run very fast, so it's pretty cool just to, pick up speed. A lot of people assume my body just cuts off right here. But the thing is, I do have a complete lower half. When I got my legs amputated, I was only 3 years old. They put pins in the bones, and that way the bones would never grow. If I had continued to grow and let them develop, I would have just had, dead weight to carry around. So basically I got half a pelvis and thigh bones that would be equivalent to a 3-year-old size thigh bones. The main thing that affects me is probably my elbows. And you can kind of see this elbow, this is straight out. If I do hurt my elbow or my wrist, it does kind of suck, getting around with one arm. I also play tennis with a group of people.
I first met Rowdy when I got involved in wheelchair tennis. He is very laid back but very kind. He never pities himself.
I was definitely bullied as a kid, but once I got into high school, everyone got a little bit more mature. Most of the kids that were jerkish enough to pick on the guy with no legs had done dropped out by that point. I only said I played tennis. I never said I was good.
I remember before I met him, our mutual friend told me he's one of those people that just everybody immediately loves, and he is. You meet him and he's just cool.
A lot of my friends that have known me for years, a lot of them have said at one time or another, they just forget I don't have legs.
You gotta get warm.
My legs are cold.